Hello, welcome. I'm Amy Walker. I am a client acquisition specialist, and my job is to help you find the simplest, most cost-effective way to consistently finding your ideal clients. And today I'm with one of my favorite authors and marketing gurus, Stu Heinecke. He is the author of How to Get a Meeting with Anyone and really the father of contact marketing. He's a cartoonist by trade and is here doing this three-part series with us. So if you didn't catch the first part on what contact marketing is, you're going to want to watch that video probably first. And then right now we're going to show you some examples of campaigns. And one of the things about contact marketing that's great is you can set your budget as you grow. So you've got campaigns where it's quite a high spend per person, and then you've got campaigns where it's, pennies per person. So let's have you show us some examples first of campaigns that you guys have run for other people, and then we can look at some of the less expensive, more accessible options for our small business owners.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, I'd love to share with you a couple of examples because it'll make the desktop things that we're about to talk about a lot more accessible and I think interesting to the people watching. So, and one of the things that I do when I'm working with agents, we run an agency. So when I'm working with clients, helping them break through, the thing that we use all the time is something I call a big board. So that is an 18. It's kind of hard to get it all in, but that's 18 by 24 inches, quarter-inch thick. It's a hard foam core board version of foam core. And so on what I call the front, because I'm the cartoonist, is the cartoon, and the cartoon is personalized. The person's name is in the caption, so the cartoon is about them. Mm-hmm. It's something that they're going to want to. They might frame it, but they're certainly going to stick it up on their credenza or something. They're going to keep it around. They're not throwing it away. And then on the rear is all the branding and the addressing and the messaging from the sender to the recipient, explaining who they are, why they want to meet, and next steps. And then that gets shipped by FedEx in this. So here's where the label goes. Right. And it's it sort of looks like it's coming from a cartoon art gallery. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then there are crush zones and so on. There's the big board. So that is our go-to contact piece. Mm-hmm. And they work great. They're amazing. But those cost $250 a piece. Right. So you've got to put some budget behind it. Now I'm going to show you one other one. I think we both know Dan Waldschmidt, the author of Edgy Conversations. He's just an amazing person. Dan runs 100-mile races competitively and he wins. That's unbelievable. I'm in pretty good shape. I work out, but that's just crazy. But Dan has he's a turnaround specialist as well as a sales blogger and thought leader. And so when he's reaching out to the CEOs of companies that are in trouble, he sends one of these, a whole sword. Well, actually, I guess I'm doing it backward. But it's an actual sword. It's custom made. The blade is engraved with the CEO's name. Uh-huh. And he sends that with a note that says, "Hey, business is war, and I noticed you lost a battle recently. I just wanted to let you know if you ever need a few extra hands in battle, we've got your back." And it's a handwritten note. I don't even think he puts his business card in there. It's so audacious, really. Here's how audacious it is. He spends $1,000 a piece on those. Mm-hmm. So you better hope he he gets through. Of course, he does get through. He's getting 100% response to that campaign so far. Not every CEO buys, but he's reaching out to to CEOs that have just announced earnings estimates that are in trouble, I should say, and so he gets through and they have conversation, and every engagement he has is, I think, worth $1 million and up. So it's okay to spend $1,000, but that's what he spends, $1,000 every time he sends one of those. So, it got me thinking a while ago. I use certain things anyway, but got me thinking I really should talk to people about contact campaigns that they can launch from their desktop computer and their laser printer. And so that's where you can get into the realm of spending pennies per piece instead of instead of $1,000 or $250. The thing that's interesting is Dan Waldschmidt's, actually both of these examples are in a way very typical of the most successful contact campaign concepts that I came across in my research for the books. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that because my cartoons, they're always personalized, and there's a lot of personalization. Or personalization shows up as a big element in successful campaigns. You can personalize things in a lot of ways, but certainly in my case, I'm personalizing cartoons, and they're just an amazing device. Mm-hmm. They just melt the ice to get through, and people go, oh yeah, I gotta return that call, or I've got to call them back or something. Or I got to reach out, or I got to respond to a proposal, something like that. It causes people to react. They're great prompts. But the other thing is, handwritten notes have shown up a lot. They really figure in heavily in the most successful campaign. So there again, in Dan's campaign, he's including that handwritten note. Business is word. I noticed you lost a battle recently. And again, I don't even think he puts his business card in there. It's just, I think that's true audacity. But that handwritten note tells the recipient, well, this is actually for me. This isn't just this scaled up campaign. Mm-hmm. They've actually taken the time to, they know we have a missed earnings estimate. So there's something here, it's relevant, and this actually is for me. So in the contact campaigns that are launched from the desktop, I think it's actually greatly significant that we would focus on greeting cards. They get mailed, they get sent through the mail. Nobody's doing that anymore. They're sending emails, they're sending DMs, they're connecting on all sorts of social media platforms. But that's about as far as it goes now. Mm-hmm. I don't even think they get on the phone much. So, or maybe Zoom. That's one element. But if you send someone a card, a physical card with a handwritten note, and it's about them, that's a great device. And so, in fact, it's something that I've used all throughout my career. I realized, well, if these cartoons work that well as a print, well, they'll probably work great as a card as well. I'll use this. I'll use it to get through to people, or I'll thank helpful assistants, and they were just magical. And in fact, a couple of the cards I just mentioned, a couple of missions, like people fall into these ruts where they don't call us back, and then they get embarrassed about it, and that's even worse. They won't call you back. And so I send a card out. I have a cartoon that I've been using my whole career. I created it really early on. That I'll show it to you. It's this is the card. And so there's a guy at he's standing here at a payphone at a broken down gas station somewhere on Route 66 somewhere. And so if you hadn't been returning my call, I would send you this card. And so the cartoon would say, hi, Amy, it's me again. Listen, I don't know if you've been checking your voicemail all this week, but I'm still at the same number waiting for your call. So the poor guy's still stuck at the payphone at the gas station. And it illustrates, it's saying, hey, you're hanging me up. But it's doing it in a way that is so endearing that I would say 98% of the time, if someone wasn't calling me back and I send them that cartoon, or particularly as a card, they call back. And that's pretty magical. And so there's another one of my favorites that, we all have fall into these situations where proposals get stuck, and, we want to unstick them. They just become stalled. What do we do? And so I've been taking to sending this cartoon. Usually I send it without personalization, but it can be personalized. And so this one, you can see the guy's cradling a phone on his shoulder, and he's going through some papers, and he's saying, hey, Amy, listen, we got your proposal, and we like everything except having to pay you. And I send that with a note saying, hey, sorry it didn't work out this time, maybe next time. But the thing is, that's usually the problem. One problem with proposals is, we have to pay you. But that usually, I would say that gets stalled proposals unstuck about 50% of the time. So I've put this into this whole program called Bottomless Box. So it's a set of editable PDFs, and we actually sell it. And in fact, if you'd like, we can share a real quick video that shows how it works. So you just go in and you can edit the names in the PDFs.
Yeah,
these editable PDFs.
I love how simple it is. When I see these cards, because I have that one actually. The
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So not because I didn't call you back though. I feel like we need to see that.
No,
You
no.
said you send it to me as a sample. But when when I see those, sometimes it looks complicated. I think, oh, it's gonna be really hard to produce, but I love how simple it is. So let's just go ahead and show what it
Yeah.
would look like to create your own cards.
The idea behind Bottomless Box is to combine the power of cartoons, personalization, and handwritten notes in a card format you launch from your desktop PC and laser printer. It's like a bottomless box of cards. Here's how it works. Open the PDF file, then click the Edit button at the top of the page and fill in anyone's name into the caption. Then you simply print it out, then trim it to 10 inches by 7 inches, and then score it, and you have the perfect card to shake loose those important unreturned phone calls. I love the caption of this one. Hi, Sandy, it's me again. Listen, I don't know if you've been checking your voicemail all last week, but I'm still here at the same number waiting for your call. It's the perfect way to say to someone like Sandy here, hey, you're hanging me up. Call me back. This next one is for unsticking stalled proposals. Same idea, click the Edit button, change the name, then print. This is one of my favorite cartoons. Hey Anna, listen, we've got your proposal and we like everything except having to pay you. This one has worked over and over. It reminds prospects they shouldn't be holding up you or your proposal. Notice, by the way, all of the Bottomless Box cards are 2-cut trims. That makes it much faster and easier to pump out cards to your prospects and accounts. This next card uses one of my most powerful cartoons for getting meetings. Same process. Open the PDF, click the Edit button, and change the name. But there's a twist with this one. You'll also fill in a reference to what the person does, sells, or believes. Here, we're reaching out to Steve Sample, who's in the pool business. Okay, here we go. Steve Sample says you can tell a lot about a person just by looking at their pool. I tend to agree. I'll bet Steve Sample would agree too, and if he's like most everyone else, he'll take the meeting. Most business people, if they're really on the ball, pay attention to their clients' and prospects' birthdays. It's a simple gesture, remembering someone's birthday, but it always means a lot. Here, Steve Smith stars in his very own movie about his birthday. So here we go. What a terrific movie. I thought it was so touching when they threw that surprise birthday party for Steve Smith's character. Didn't you? I think Steve Smith and all the others who receive their personalized birthday cards are going to love it. It's often said the 2 most powerful words in the English language are thank you. We use this card all the time to thank especially helpful executive assistants in our Big Board program, but you can use them to thank anybody. Here's the caption. Now Greta Smith is buying a cup of coffee. Is anybody writing this down? Let's hurry up and buy our coffees first. The coffee theme is a perfect opportunity to include a Starbucks card as a gesture of appreciation. So there you have it. Bottomless Box makes it easy to reach out and touch clients and prospects in ways that will open doors and boost your business. Are you ready? Let's get going. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you guys, did you love that? I just love how simple that process is. Stu, what is for people who are wanting and thinking about integrating this into their business, what's their next step that they take?
Well, if you would share a link with them, they can go and sign up. Actually, because they're watching this, I set something special up. So if they follow the link and they're one of the first 10, they can use the discount code Walker in uppercase, and they'll get $100 off membership. So it's an annual membership, and there's training involved, and there's monthly coaching, and then I also, well, I guess it won't be much of a surprise, but I pop other cartoons, other cards in, so that it's sort of, we start with a group of 5, and then it goes up. They keep getting more. So if you follow the link, that's how you get in, and use the code, and hopefully you'll be one of the first 10. And if you do, then you'll get $100 off.
Awesome. And I'm excited. This is something that we're integrating into our marketing this next year as well. So fun stuff. Okay, so the next video number 3, we are going to be showing them how to do profile scrape cards. You want to give them 1 sentence on what that is, and then we'll move into the next video.
Yes, we're all connecting on LinkedIn, for example. And if all you're doing is sending a connection request and you think you're connected, you're not. So we're going to look at a way to use desktop contact campaigns to create a real connection.
Awesome. Okay, so stay tuned for video number 3 in our contact marketing series. And if you are new to the channel and just finding us for the first time, please subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can get notified every time we release new content. We cover topics from marketing, sales, to leadership to help you be able to grow your business. And we will be right back with part number 3.